All right. So we are recording right now. It's official. We getting it going. And I'm going to start off with 7 simple things to boost your confidence so that you can feel better. Number 1, write this down. Help others. That's the first thing that you can do to boost your confidence and feel better, right? I recently just went to Texas and I helped a lot of people. I helped a lot of people with things I didn't even know I was going to help them with. But see, when you don't focus on your weaknesses and you help others as often as you can, that's going to boost your self-confidence automatically because you're actually, you're activating like supernatural powers that you never thought you had. So that's number 1, help others. Number 2, you want to take care of yourself. This is very, very key to take care of yourself, right? Take care of your mental health, your physical health, and your emotional health, right? In this business, we face a lot of obstacles sometimes. So self-care is going to allow you to go ahead and be that self-sufficient person that can help others, right? It's going to help you improve your mood, reduce stress, and build good relationships with people, right? So far we got number 1, help others. Number 2, take care of yourself, right? Hope y'all got your notes because I'm ready, right? Number 3, create personal boundaries. This one right here is very, very key because if you like me, I'm real particular about my personal space. Like if I could smell your breath, you too close. Right? Like if you feel me on that one, drop a 777 in the chat because this is going to be one point that I kind of focus in on just a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Because I know my ladies, we real particular about our personal space. One wrong move and we could get triggered. Right? So instead of accepting what other people want for you, learn how to say no. Start defining yourself. Learn how to say no. Create your own personal boundaries that align with your goals and your desires. If that makes sense, drop your favorite emoji in the chat box because this one is really, really important because the more you have control over your life, the more self-confidence you will have. But if you allow people to control your daily actions, right, you're always doing something for somebody else, you're not going to have time to think about yourself. So that's number 3. Create personal boundaries so that you know when to say no. You know what you won't expect. You know what you will expect, right? Learn how to say no. Create those personal boundaries. Focus in on what's best for you and what's going to get you to your goals. So that's number 3, right? And number 4, the 4th thing you can do to boost your confidence, right, and feel better, hope y'all writing this down, is to speak slowly. Don't let this one go over your head. Right? You want to speak slowly. This is simple, but it will have a big difference. It will have a big difference. Why? Because confident people, they usually speak slower. Right? They usually speak slower. So if you ever see me stutter in one of my videos, it was probably because I was nervous. I didn't prepare right. I just trying to rush it. Right? So when you moving in a fast rate like that, you know, people who often talk fast, they feel as if what they're saying isn't worth being heard. So they don't want to waste people's time. So they'll say it real fast, right? Or they get their Meek Mills on. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. I got somebody calling me right now trying to join the business. She gonna have to wait. She gonna have to wait because y'all got my time, right? And if you are confident about what you're saying, you'll say it slowly. You can't be like, yo, this 325, just sign up right now. We're going to plug you in. No, this is a educational platform. This is a prestige educational platform. See, when I say it like that, it makes people posture up, right? It makes people posture up. So take this one to heart. I know it could be kind of silly and it might go over your head, but understand that you got to speak slowly so that the message that you're trying to convey, it gets received properly, right? So when I'm ready to get it going, right, you know, you guys see on my Instagram, it's a lot of hype. It's a lot of fun things going on. But when it comes down to it, and I'm sitting at that business table and I'm getting ready to launch somebody, I'm speaking very slowly because I want you to understand what it is that we're trying to accomplish here. So number 5, moving forward, do something that you've been procrastinating on, right? This one right here is going to apply to basically everybody, including myself. right? You want to actually do something that's on your to-do list, right? And if you don't have a to-do list, every day you should be waking up with a to-do list. Make a to-do list, right? You shouldn't even go to bed at night if you don't know what you're going to do the next day. Does that make sense? If that makes sense, say you killing it right now, bro. Let me know. Because if not, I could slow it down. I could come back to it. You know what I'm saying? We can work it out. You can do something a little bit different. Oh, I'm killing it. All right, bet. Killing it, right? Okay, cool. Now, the reason why this is so important is because what you want to do is if there's something on your to-do list, you want to figure out if it's important, right? Decide if it's something you really want to do. And in order to get it done, you want to do it first thing in the morning so you feel accomplished, right? So let's say you got to clean up your Instagram, or you got to post a new video on YouTube, or you have to follow up with somebody that you showed the plan to, right? We're talking about going chairman. You can't be procrastinating on these type of things. You got to have a to-do list. You say you want to make $10,000 a month, but you're not even completing things off your to-do list. So your self-confidence is going to be low. You're not going to feel good about yourself because you're not actually accomplishing stuff. You're just waking up and wasting dead air. And that's really not what we want to do, right? So number 6, adjust your posture, right? If you guys have been following along with me, go ahead and retype all of the first 5 ones that I said, because I want to see who's paying attention, right? Because there's probably some people on here, and you guys are just on here just to listen. But I want y'all to understand you got to take notes and apply. I've seen what happened when you can take notes and apply. So there may be some people that hopped on a call a little bit late. Let's go ahead and help them out. What was number 1? Help others. Number 2, what was it? Take care of yourself. Number 3. Anybody know what number 3 was? It's probably the most important on here. Number 3, create personal boundaries. I help y'all out, right? Number 4, speak slowly. Speak slowly. It's okay. We got enough time. Understand that we have the best business out there. So if it takes you a little time to get it right, take that time to get it right. Right? Number 5, do something that you have been procrastinating on. That's really, really big. That's really, really big, because those things on your to-do list, that very much so can be what's holding you back from that next rank up, right? So number 4, adjust your posture, right? It might seem a little silly at first, but when you adjust your posture, right, you breathe better. The words come out clear, right? See, when I walk in a room, people already know I'm a chairman. It's just because my posture, right? I got a little swag to it too, right? Sometimes I be real relaxed. Then sometimes I get real ladylike. And then sometimes I just be chilling. But I know when to posture up, right? You want to posture up. This is going to adjust your frame of mind, right? When you walking around with that posture, you got your shoulders back, right? Ladies, you got your chest out. Right, y'all know how we do. We swing the hips here and there. We get the walk-in, flipping hair, and all types of good stuff, right? It's because our posture is up. And I'm going to tell y'all one thing, right? Most of you guys know C-John. When I first met him, we really got close. When I hit P6, we really became even closer. That I even went out to New York City to go chill with him. And I said, bro, what do I need to do to go to the next level? He was like, you need to adjust your posture. He's like, yo, you too relaxed right now. You got to treat this like this is $1 million business. So I want y'all to adjust your posture. Think about the next time you're on the phone with a prospect. Are you laying in the bed chilling like, yeah, I got an op call, so you could get on it? Or are you like, yo, what's going on, lady boss? We're actually about to kick some things off in the next couple of hours. I want you to get on it. It's going to be a short webinar. It's going to be absolutely fantastic. If I save you a slot for this webinar, would you be able to hop on it just by watching it from your phone? Y'all see the difference? The energy is there. The tonality is there. I always get yeses. Nobody tells me no because my posture is up, because I'm confident in what I'm doing. So adjust your posture. It might feel a little weird at first, right? But this is something you got to get used to, right? See me right now, I'm working on my back, getting rid of them love handles. Feel me? So my posture can be up there. So I feel more confident when I'm out there impacting lives and changing the world, right? Number 7, this is going to be the last thing before I go ahead and pass it off to the bosses, right? The brand new leaders that have been paving the way for everybody coming behind them. Number 7, it's going to be real spectacular, right? It's going to be real raw. It's going to be simple, though. Clean your desk. Clean your desk off, right? All 42 people, y'all should have a workspace, a desk. I don't care if it's even one of those pull-out table TV dinners desk. Clear your desk. If this is your work area where you plan on leveling up, you got to understand that a cluttered space equals a cluttered mind. So if you're over here, you're trying to present, you're trying to do everything that you have to do to get your brand up there, but you're working in a cluttered space, it's mess everywhere. You got pens over here, right? You got bottles on the desk, you got baby lotion, deodorant, books, hammers. Like, yo, you have to clean your workspace so that when you sit down, there's nothing blocking you from staying focused. But understand that a cluttered space is a cluttered mind. So everybody that's on here, you want to learn how to go next level with this business. You got to have a clear workspace where you can come and focus and sit down and get to work, right? Sit at your little desk. You get your posture up. You get the tippity tapping on the computer, all types of good stuff, right? But when it's messy and junky, now you might just kick back on the couch. Watch a little Netflix for about 3-4 hours. Before you know it, it's the next day, right? So if you don't have a desk, please get one. Go buy one of those little TV dinner things. Start off small, I understand, right? Start off small. Get a little TV dinner desk where you can sit your laptop on, and that's your work area. And keep it clean. That's how I first started. When I didn't have a desk, right? I didn't have my own office space. I didn't have any of that stuff. I just started off with what I had. So clean your desk off, please. That's my last thing. That was number 7. So the next lady that I'm about to bring on is really special to me, right? Her and I, we just been manifesting what it is that we want. And a lot of times I get real excited to see people win. I get real excited to see people level up, right? And be better than me. I love that. It inspires me to go harder, right? So the next lady I'm bringing on, her name is Alexia. Right? We've been friends on Instagram, social media, to the point where we actually took it offline, and now we real sisters, right? Soon as she hit Platinum 1000, I called her, right? She ain't even know I knew. The news ain't even dropped. She probably was like, yo, how you know? I'm like, hey, man, I got eyes and ears everywhere. Feel me? So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, this queen right here is going chairman all the way. It's already designed for her to see success. And not only that, but she backs up what she talks. Right? So ever since I got my spirit aligned with hers, she actually helped me strengthen my relationship with God. And sometimes that's what really gets me through the nights where I don't feel like doing things, where I get tired, understanding that there's somebody out there praying for me to get better. There's somebody out there that wants to see me successful. And I know that Alexia is one of those people. So I love her with my whole heart. Y'all drop some fire emojis if y'all ready. Say I'm in the chat box, because I need you to be ready to receive this message. So if you're ready, type I'm ready in the chat box. I want to see who's going to actually take notes and apply it. Right? So sis, if you ready, I see you over there. You looking real good. That sun is hitting your face. You got that smile going. You probably got that notebook out. Nice little cup of like iced tea down south, probably right there next to you. Without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, I'm about to go ahead and make her host, right? I'm going to go ahead and allow her to unmute herself. And y'all just give me a second, but keep dropping that heat in the chat box, because I need the energy up. I need the energy up right now. This is the chairwoman that I'm about to bring in front of you. I'm going to give you 30 more seconds to go grab that notebook, because I know it's probably like 5 hours you ain't got no notebook. So I'm going to give you 30 more seconds to go grab the notebook. I got the queen of the hour about to drop that heat. Show you guys what you should be doing to develop a chairman mindset. Because understand, ladies and gentlemen, less than 30 days ago, she was not at that rank. But what did she do? Remain consistent. Guys, I'm giving you people that are actually doing what you want to do. They have the results that you want to have. So for you, I just would advise that you just listen, take notes, and apply, right? let me go ahead, put the lady boss on, because I've been doing way too much talking. Boom, boom.
Wow, sheesh. Okay, Rose, y'all drop some sevens in the chat for my girl Rose, because listen, like y'all don't even understand. Like everybody needs to be dropping sevens in the chat. Like whatever you feel that she deserved, drop it in the chat. Like smiley faces, hearts, whatever. Like man, first of all, I'm smiling over here. I can't help but to just cheese right now because everything that she said was something that I needed, especially when she started talking about procrastination. That's something that I dealt with for a long time. My mom would get on me about that when I was a kid. She used to call me, man, you really are your daddy's child. Because my dad was and still is an extremely hard worker. He's a talented carpenter, an amazing builder. And he would start a project. I hope y'all are taking notes. He would start a project and it would be so beautiful in the beginning. And then a week or 2 weeks later, he didn't finish. And my mom would get so mad. Like, this is a nugget, and I hope y'all catch this. My mom would get so mad. She would say, Kevin, why didn't you finish this? You've been working on this. Why you didn't finish it? And he's like, oh, don't worry, Chris. I'm going to get back to it. I'm going to get back to it. Y'all, like, my mom and dad are divorced. I still live at the house that I grew up in. They don't live there anymore. But there's still things around my house that I noticed that my dad did not finish. I'm 24 years old. I will be 25 in July. There are still things around the house that my dad did not finish building. What am I trying to teach y'all? That was over 15 years ago. My parents have been divorced since I was 15 years old. This stuff happened before that. So he didn't finish something. He didn't finish a project or something that was meant to be complete. He didn't do something that he had planned in his mind. He didn't finish it. So therefore, time was wasted. Something that could have been beautiful in the end, we will never know. I will never know. I'm never going to know. So for those of y'all who are putting off things, whether it's in your business or whether it's in your own life, whatever it is, finish it. Get it done. Get it done. I'm telling you right now. I used to write amazing papers, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about myself, but I got to share this with y'all. I used to write really, really good papers when I was in college. I'm an exceptional writer. And I would start writing papers the day before they were due, or like 2 days before my papers were due. I was in a master's program last semester. I resigned from the university at this point, but I was writing a 25-page research paper. I started the paper 2 days before it was due. Now, y'all probably thinking, well, Lex, you telling me to not procrastinate, but 6-7 months ago, you were procrastinating. Yes, I was. Did I get a good grade on that paper? Yes, I did. Was I sweating tears? Was I really busting my head? Yes, I was. Sitting on my couch. What am I trying to tell y'all? Some people may say, oh, I work better under pressure. No, you don't. No, you don't. You're sloppy under pressure. Thank God I made a good grade. It don't really matter now because I'm no longer getting that master's degree that was completely vain. But I'm telling y'all something right here. Don't waste time. Whatever it is that you have to do and whatever it is that you want to do, get it done. Write things down. And don't just write it down so it can be real pretty. Don't go buy a nice looking notebook at Walmart or Dollar General if you want to be cheap like me. And then you got to sit in there collecting dust. Or if you were like me, having it in a book stack and you forget about it 3 months later. And you're like, well, dang, I forgot to write in it. Or I did write in it and nothing got completed. Hold yourself accountable. Now, I want to tell y'all a little bit about myself because I'm already going hard right now. And y'all, the people on my team, they know when I start sweating, it's about to go hard, but I got to calm myself down. So like Rose said, I'm from Louisiana, born and raised here. I never really been to other states. I've only been to Texas and Alabama, but I'm hitting chairman this year, so I'm gonna be doing a lot of traveling. But I'm from a small little town called Lawtell. Harry and I both we actually went to the same school together once we got to high school. And I grew up in a small town. I did all the right things. What do I mean by that? Went to school, got good grades. I was an athlete, good kid. I didn't fight. I didn't do none of those things. I did all the right things per se. I graduated from college, and it took me 5 years to do that. I graduated, in 2018, and a little bit about the deep things. I wanted to be a lawyer. I wanted to be an attorney, and I still do. I want to be a chairman too. I'm gonna do it all, right? But I wanted to go to law school, and last year I applied, and I took the LSAT 3 times. I took it the month in November of 18. and I failed it. I took it again twice last year in 2019. And I remember I would study for hours. I would travel to the law school for tutoring every week. And I would get home at 12 o'clock in the morning, 1 o'clock in the morning, because I wanted it so bad. I wanted it so bad. Have y'all ever wanted something so bad that you were going to give your all to get there? Type a one in the chat, because I want to make sure that everybody is following me. I know I'm not the only one. I can't be the only one. Some of y'all have children. Some of y'all want the best things for your children, and you're willing to do everything. You're willing to sacrifice whatever it is for your children, for your own self. You see, the key word here is sacrifice. Some of us don't like that word. Some of us really don't like that word. I was willing to drive hours to get to the law school and drive back. I was still working a job that was paying me $8 an hour. Y'all hear what I'm saying? A job that was paying me $8 an hour after I already had a degree. So some of y'all may still be in college right now. You thinking, well, what are you telling me, Lex? Should I drop out? No, get your degree, because I have mine. Am I using it? No. Have I used it since 2018? Never used it. Never used it yet, ever. So the thing is, hold on, ma'am. My bad, mama. I'm going hard, but my mama know how it is. So the thing is, y'all, I struggled. I struggled financially. I struggled academically to get into this law school that ended up rejecting me. What did I do? Well, it's crazy thing, y'all. In 2018, in November, a guy named Cleveland, who we all know as Harry, we went to high school together, and I saw that he was making money on his phone, like many of us seen other people doing, right? So I reached out to him, and I said, man, what is that? He told me what it was. I didn't believe him. I literally declined the opportunity to be in this business because I thought it's a scam. So here I was. I started trading by myself a couple of months later, not in the company, just doing everything on my own, because I thought I was just that smart. I thought I was that big to do it on my own. So I struggled financially, everything. Failed the LSAT, was broke, getting paid $80 an hour. And by the time I decided to quit that job in July, you know what my boss told me? A lovely woman. But you know what she told me? Do y'all want to know what she told me? She said, me and my husband were sitting down the other night. We thought, oh my God, we still never gave Lexi her raise. My last day was that same week. Now all of a sudden you forgot to give me a raise, and I had a whole bachelor's degree. How does that work? Some of us are willing to sit in dirt. Some of us are willing to sit and do nothing. I couldn't do it. I left. Y'all hear what I'm saying? I left. I started working another job. Months and months passed. Here we are. November has come again a whole year later. I saw Harry traveling. I saw Malik traveling. I found out about Rose some kind of way. That rhyme didn't mean to rhyme, but you know what I'm trying to say, y'all. So I saw the people, they were traveling, doing these things, amazing things in this business. And I said, I have to be a part of it. So I made my way to the business. I started out. Nobody wanted to join my team. Nobody. Nobody believed me. Nobody in my family believed me. Nobody in my church. People thought I loved this company more than I loved God. That didn't make sense to me, number one. That didn't make no sense. So you know what I did? I had to keep pushing. You think I had time to worry about what other people have to say? Let me ask y'all a question. You can answer this on your own mind. If y'all, I'm trying to keep myself calm, but I want to ask you something. Does it make sense for us to consider all of the things that other people have to say and other opinions from someone else that is not paying your bills, that is not providing for you, whether it's financially, whether it's spiritually, whether it's mentally, whether it's physically? Do we have the time? No, we don't. Did I have the time? Absolutely not. I couldn't afford it, literally, and I couldn't afford it figuratively. In my mind either, I couldn't afford it. So you know what I had to do? I started pushing. I told Harry, I'm gonna get there some kind of way. I'm gonna figure out how to build my business. I'm gonna do it the right way. I'm gonna be as genuine as I can. I hope y'all still taking notes, because I talk fast. But I wanna give y'all some points here. You know, it's a funny thing. I look at a lot of different people, whether it's in this company or whether it's elsewhere, and I look at how people carry themselves. Because I'm an observer. That's what I do. I have to do that. Because I want to see how to not be and how to be. I look at other people as an example. The worst thing that you guys can do is to compare yourselves among yourselves. Now, many of y'all know, and many of y'all may not know, but I'm a Christian. I believe in God wholeheartedly. Like everything, and I'm not ashamed to say it. I believe in holiness. Like holiness. And so for me, I can't sit in a place and I can't look at people and say, man, you know what? I'm envying them. I'm envying that person. Absolutely not. We should be able to look at people and want to learn from those people and know, okay, I like how they do that. Hey, God, I want, or whatever you guys believe in. But you know what? I want a little bit of that. I like how they do that. Or you know what? I don't like that. So I'm not going to do things that way. That is okay to do that. That is okay to do that. I look at all the other chairmen. I look at all the other platinums. And I look at things that they're doing right. And I take that. And I look at things that they're doing wrong. And I don't want that at all. I don't want it. I don't want it in my business. I don't want it in my life. And that's how we should all be. That's how y'all should be. We should not be willing to run to this and that and then want to to conform. You should be genuine in your business. You should be genuine in your life. We want to build. We want to become chairman. We want to have all this and that. But if you're not doing things the right way, let me tell y'all something. You know, you may find yourself becoming successful, but it's not going to last very long. It's not going to last long at all. Now, I hope y'all still with me. We got 47 people on the call. Type a 1 in the chat if you feeling what I'm saying right now, please, because I need to know that everybody is understanding what I'm saying. You should want to be completely authentic. Pour into your team. I'm hard on my team. I'm very hard on my team. I have somebody on my team who's one of my leaders with me. I think I'm the hardest on him. He knows who he is. I'm not going to say his name. I usually do, but there's too many people on here. He knows who he is. I'm extremely hard on my team. Why is that? Because I do not accept failure. I do not accept nothing less than I know that they are capable of doing at all. Not from my sister who was on my team, not from Alex, not from Kobe, not from Lindsay, not from anybody who was on my team. And you should do the same thing. Each and every person on this call, you should expect more from your team, more from your family. I like to call them family. Because the way that I deal with them, it's a much more intimate level. I want to get to know every single person on my team. That's how we have to be. Don't call them and say, hey, you know, that subscription is due. Yeah. No. I have people on my team that have families, that have children, that are in school. Hey, how's your classes going? How's your son doing? How are your parents? Is everything okay with you? You still struggling with trading? Okay, let me help you out with that. Let's just do a one-on-one. You know, let's figure something out. We have to be willing to do these things. This is how to build your business, but this is how to build within as well. Because let me tell y'all something, a corrupt and a weak foundation will not last. A corrupt and a weak foundation will not last. It's not going to happen. It will crumble. It will. So let me tell y'all, I go by this slogan, like, stop playing games. Stop playing games with your own livelihood. Stop playing games with people on your team. Stop playing games with your family. You know, for me, I really like posting my content. I've always been a content creator because I'm very artsy and I like expressing myself. If y'all haven't gotten that just yet. And y'all bear with me because I speak loud. Y'all heard my mom was just fussing at me, but I'm a very passionate person. For me, it's important to share your story. I say this often, all of the time. It's not so we can get a lot of views, but when it's coming from the heart, people are going to be able to receive it. People will be able to receive when it's true. I wasn't making any kind of money when I first started trading within the company. I was struggling a lot. I told you guys that I had nobody in my business. The first person who came into my business was in February, and he's still with me. He's currently a platinum 600 in my business. But the thing is that I had to start somewhere. And many of us have to understand that it's not going to happen overnight. It's not going to happen overnight. You may get discouraged. You may feel like this is never going to happen for me. I thought the same thing. I told Harry, I told him, I said, I feel like I'm never going to get this trading stuff down. I feel like nobody is going to believe me. My family won't even join my business. My friends, my church family, nobody believes me. One thing, like I said, one thing I want to do this more than I love God. One people think that I just completely just lost it. When all the while I was doing this for them, when all the while I had these people in mind, your family members, your old friends, your classmates, your boyfriend, your husband, your girlfriend, they may not agree with you in the beginning. But let me tell y'all something. Let me tell you something. I'm starting to sweat, man. I posted something, I believe it was yesterday or the day before, and it was a text message that my mom sent me. And I don't know if many of you guys follow me on Instagram, but I posted something that my mom sent me in March. And I can't quote it verbatim, and I'm on Instagram Live because I need people to hear what's going on in this call. This is not about me. This is about y'all. This is about you guys. I begin to say, my mom told me, she said, you know what? I was going through some things in my business. I told her about what was happening within my church. I told her the things that were happening within, social media and all of these things. She began to tell me, and y'all can take it however you would want to, but I know my mother, and she understands how I am as a person. She told me, she said, God is going to be able to do these things for you. And he's going to move the people that need to be moved out of the way. Now, you may think that's a harsh thing. That's a reality. Because you understand what happened? We're now in June, and I'm a Platinum 1000, and I plan on being a P2000 this month. But God has begun to remove people out of my business. I asked him to do that. Y'all probably like, nah, Alexia, I need everybody in my business so I can keep my rank. I said, if I derank, I'm a derank. I don't even care. How can I say something like that? How could that be? Hold on tight, y'all, because we're going to experience a little bit of turbulence right now. I understood that I want the best of the best in my business. I want people who have been through something. I want people who have been through something just like me. I want people who will do whatever it takes. And the people that I reach out to in my videos and in my content, I'm just being myself. The past few days, I've been having people that have been DMing me, have been reaching out to me. They're like, I've never heard of this business, but I like what you're saying. I need this. Something different about you. It's not about me, but bless Jesus. I'm glad they happened to see the video. Somebody in Florida hit me up a couple of days ago. She said, one of my friends, they shared your video some kind of way. And she said, I've been looking for something like this. I said, well, you know what? I'm going to do whatever it takes to help you. I know what you've been through. Stop thinking that this is just about money. It's not all about that. It's not about you. It's about the people. This is about how to build your business. This is how you're going to build your business. This is how you're going to build a foundation that's going to stand. It may take you a whole year or a year and a half to hit chairman. I've told my team this. I would rather do it and take 2 years to hit chairman than to be something that I'm not, than to post, than to act arrogant. I've seen it in this business. I've seen it. I don't want it. That's garbage. I've seen it in this business. I hope y'all hanging on tight with me. We done lost a couple of people, but they're going to come back. I've seen it in this business. This is real. I'm not going to sugarcoat nothing. I never did. I never will. Y'all got to be real in this. If it take you a whole year, it took me 5 months to hit P1000, P150. Then the next week I hit P600. And then here I am, P1000, pushing P2. It don't matter how long it take. You get ready with your team. You build into your team. I'm a pass it on to the next one because I'm starting to sweat, y'all. But like the person who brought me into this business, he didn't give up on me. Like, he saw me struggling. I watched him. He told me, he said, Lex, whenever you're ready. Like, and I told him, I said, I'm going to hit you back. Yeah, months later, I didn't until the end of the year. But when we came in, it was me and him and a couple other people. Those people are no longer with us. It was just me and him for a long time. And I told him, I said, if anybody deserves this, if anybody deserves to be, I'm gonna start crying because I know him. If anybody deserves this, it's him. If anybody deserves to be chairman, that is Harry. And I told him, I said, I'm gonna do whatever it takes. I'm gonna do it, whatever you need me to do to help you to get there because you deserve this. I know it. And I'm grateful to him for never giving up on me and for being there with me along the way to all of my complaining, all of my crying, because I cry a lot, as we can see. But he's been there from the beginning. And he's going to be a chairman this year. And I'm going to be crying. I'm on the stage with him or in the audience, whatever. I'm going to be crying because he deserves it. So, Harry, I'm going to make you host, y'all. I'm sorry I took so long. I talk a lot, but, oh, Lord, how I make you host? Let me see. Okay, have at it, man. You got that.
Jeez. Everybody hear me? Everybody drop a one in the chat if y'all can hear me like good. I'm not cutting out. We good? Yeah, let me know. All right. All right. All right. Let's make sure we good. Can everybody hear me? We good? All right, bet. Sheesh. Lex, man. Rose, everybody dropped some sevens for everybody who came before me, man. Lex and Rose, man, y'all mean a lot to me. Y'all just don't know it yet, but I mean, y'all really, y'all keep me going a lot, man. Especially, since I've been through a lot, within it, but it'll never change, who I am. It never changed me as a person, you know. But like just to start off, man, I just want everybody to realize, that in life, there's gonna be some things where you're gonna question yourself, like, why did I have to, go through this, or why did I have to, face these times that I'm facing, or what did I do wrong, But it just comes to a point in time where you have to realize and understand that, you have to bust through everything that comes your way. I don't care if you feel like, you're on the last leg, or, you can't go anymore. But, it's just something, whereas, when you face adversities and you face things that you may have thought you never faced before in life, like, I promise y'all, you're gonna get to a point to where, anything that comes your way, you can take it on, and you'll be able to be there for everyone that comes after you. Just the things, just how we started, when I first started, I didn't have anybody to guide me within this, so that's why it was just something in the back of my head to where I couldn't quit, because if you definitely quit on yourself, or you quitting with anything, you're not quitting on yourself, you're quitting on everybody that comes after you, your kids. You might not have kids yet, but, everybody that comes after your grandkids, but you have to think ahead, like, we don't say that this business isn't just about you for a reason, because everyone that comes within this, and everyone that does, the great works before us, and they went through the adversity and the trials and tribulation before us, those are the people who have to make sure that we pay close attention to, because I didn't have, someone that I can look up to within this business within my first year within this, because the guy that brought me on, he quitted on me, right? And I tell everybody that every time, because if I was that person to whereas, okay, if he was to quit and I was to quit, guess what? I would not be right here right now at all. But when you come and you see the vision, and you see things for yourself, and you know where you want to go in life, and okay, this is only a vehicle, and I can go wherever I can, wherever I please, then that's when you're gonna start to realize, okay, I don't care what comes my way, I don't care who says this about me, I don't care who says that. This is me now, because when I as growing up as a kid, like I tell everybody, all I knew was a background of drugs and mentality, and just a whole corrupted childhood, basically, right? So I didn't have nobody to guide me the right ways. So I went down some of the wrong roads that a lot of people didn't have to face. You know, I had to grow up quick. Some of you may not have that feeling of, okay, if I wake up in the morning, I'm only 10 years old. What happens for me and my little brother? We would not make it. We would not eat anything today. And that's probably the only thing we ate. At one point in time, I was eating only one time throughout my life. And I'll tell y'all something that's crazy. When I went to jail, I ate more in jail than I did as a kid in my childhood, y'all. So it's just some things that, like, I promise y'all, you don't have to go through those things. And I'm not saying that, I'm not saying any of this just to make it sound like, okay, I'm being a hard man. Like, no, this is not the point of it. But when you come into this and you have any type of problem that you face, and I don't care what it is, put that in front of you and go eat it. Because that's what you have to realize, that, okay, if I put my problems in front of you, guess what? I'm behind my problems now. How can I get in front of it? How can I get on top of this? Right? Because the more you think about it, the more you feel like, okay, look, I'm not making, I'm not seeing the success that other people are seeing right now. I'm not making the money that other people are making right now. But what's the reason behind it? Are you plugging in how you're supposed to? Are you being disciplined how you're supposed to? Y'all can never lack discipline within anything you do. I don't care what it is. Nothing. Never lack discipline. Because discipline is the key to everything. You have to be disciplined when you have to be disciplined when you're writing a letter. You have to be disciplined when you're writing your name. If you mess up on one word, oh dang, I messed up. I have to scratch that. You was rushing. You can't rush yourself through your life. You can't rush yourself. Because there's gonna be times where it's gonna be a slow point within my life to where I don't know what's going on right now. But when it's finished, I know exactly why I went through what I went through. Because you had to face that. It was a reason you did that. It was a reason that all of that came your way. Because people they realize, okay, when they go into different things and they see things out of a realm that other people don't see it in, they're gonna think it's wrong. And that's why people are thinking, okay, I can't join y'all business because I think it's wrong. Because y'all going out there, y'all taking people's money, doing this, like, no, this is right. It's supposed to be. Because they have other people out there that's really doing the wrong things within the same platform. I promise y'all. But if you keep doing the same things right within this platform, everything is going to come to you 10 times forward. And that's why right now is why me and Lex is at the point that we are. Because at one point in time, there's only 3 of us get on the call. 3 of us. Me, her, and another guy started with this. He is no longer to be found. I don't know where he went. But at the end of the day, when she was talking about that God is going to remove the right people from your business or the wrong people from your business, whereas, excuse me, but at the end of the day, he removed them. Maybe it was meant for him to leave so we could have the quantum leap that we're facing right now. Because I promise you, I cared about this guy so much, y'all. Everybody, I care about everybody that comes through the arms of this business in my hands. Because if you coming into this with me or anybody comes in after me, it's like you're my kids or you're my grandkids now. Because this is generations within this business, y'all. You have generations within your legs. You have generations within your downlines. Think about that. Think about that real quick. Because when it comes to a point in time where we are no longer on this earth,
All right, y'all just wait a second. Give it one more second. Y'all know every time we about to go next and we about to drop that real spill, the always trying to come in this swoop. But guess what, man? We about to give my Brody two more seconds to hop on the line. He might have just lost connection. So you know what we gonna do? We might have to have a little party until he gets back. Y'all wanna have a little party until he get back? Let me see. Let me check the participants. I'm pretty sure his phone probably died. Something light, something real cool. Uh-oh, my Brody back. I think he's back. You gotta let me know he good before he's on there. I see him. I want to make sure he's good. Brody, you good? We was about to have a party. We was about to have a party. Let me see if I could go. Okay, back. He's back on here. Just gotta give it a second. Probably just lost a little connection. But man, he was about to give y'all that last gem. You know what I'm saying? Get your notebooks out for that last gem, bro. I'm about to make you host, Brody. If you can hear me, let me go ahead and unmute you. I might keep control. Look, y'all, my mom calling me. She probably cooked me a little home cooked meal, but she probably did. Let me stop fronting. But got it, bro?
Yo, y'all can hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
All right, word. Sheesh. My bad, family, man. I guess I was going too far, man. I might have to cool myself down a bit. All right, but now, man, I'm sorry about that, man. So type of one in the chat if y'all can hear me. If we good, we straight. All right, cool. So, I mean, like I said at the end of the day, family, man, this is definitely something that y'all have to take and y'all have to run with it, man. Because if it wasn't for like literally, like y'all have to realize, man, like if it wasn't for God literally removing those people out of our business that we didn't need, guess what? We wouldn't be at the point that we at. Like I said, y'all, I'm not gonna continue just running down that path. But guess what, man? If y'all don't wake up with a sense of urgency whenever y'all wake up every day, y'all not gonna see the success that you want within this. You have to realize, look at what's going on in the world right now. Look at what's going on around you. Look at your surroundings. You could be next. Literally, anybody on this call, we could be next. We know what's going on out here. So if you're not waking up saying, okay, look, if I know the next hour is not promised to me, why am I being lazy right now? Why am I not on a phone call? Why am I not on one of these go live sessions? Why am I not pulling up a chart? Why am I not going around this? Like, what's going on? You have to get up and make sure that you're on your path to success, y'all. Because this path to success, it relies on you. Nobody can blaze this for you. You gotta blaze your own path. Who else gonna make it for you? Nobody gonna come into this and say, okay, look, I'm gonna just go ahead and take your spot within this business and go ahead and make you hit chairman. Like, no, you have to have help within this. That's why Alexis is always she puts everybody before her, because I put everybody before me. You're gonna attract the same people within this business that the person that you are. You're gonna attract those same people. I promise you. So if you're being lazy within this, guess what? The people that's gonna come into this, they're gonna be lazy with you. If you're really going hard with this, guess what? The people that come into this, they're gonna go hard with you. But if you're not putting the time within this, you're not putting the effort, it's not gonna happen. Y'all can forget about it. Literally, it's not gonna happen. But what comes within this, if you really plan within this, I promise y'all gonna see the success that you want. Because if you fail to plan, guess what? It's not gonna happen. You're really gonna plan to fail, y'all. Everybody knows that quote, and it's true. But right now, you're gonna put in the work. You're gonna put in the work that you need to get through it. Because as soon as you put in this work and as soon as you keep going, guess what? That's where you're gonna see yourself. Okay, I'm going hard now. You're running now. You're running with your head down. Like, y'all gotta stop listening to people, bro. Like, people, they're not gonna come into this and say, okay, look, I'm rooting with you. Like, no, somebody might have some type of hate and animosity towards you. I don't care who it is. But I promise you, if you're the right person, they don't have no reason to hate you. Don't have no reason to say, okay, look, this person ain't doing what they're supposed to do within this business, so I gotta go join somebody else. Like, no, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. Right? And I know half of these people, they might not even be listening on this call because half of these people cameras not on, but it's cool. Yes, I'm calling y'all out because at the end of the day, you need to be paying attention. Like, cause you might be in the spot where you at right now. Okay, look, I'm not the spot where I can't even hit you 150. What's going on? Maybe you're not listening right. Maybe every time you get on a call, you're doing something else that doesn't have your attention of the call. So what's gonna fix it? Literally, what's gonna fix that? So the more that you realize, if I plug in and I make sure that I'm paying attention to everybody that has what I want, guess what? I'm gonna get there in half the time that they did, because I paid attention. They led me down the right path.
But if every time your mentor or somebody calls you and you all rolling your eyes and y'all like, oh man, why they calling you? Why they doing this? Then guess what? You're not gonna see the bit of success in this business at all. I promise y'all. The little Xbox, that PlayStation 2, the PS5 that's coming out, half the dudes or anybody on this call might go get it. Guess what? You're wasting your money because you spent $235 on this business and you're treating it like it's $235 because it's how you treat your PS4 and your Xbox. You play it when you want to. You're gonna do this business when you want to. Stop playing yourself. Because you treating this business like a $235 result. That's why you're not getting the results that you want. Treat it like you spent the meal on it. Treat it like you spent $10K on it. Like, what you gonna do about that? Show me. Because I'm getting tired of people coming to this and they saying, okay, I'm not seeing the success that I want. How much are you plugging in? Did you write down that list that your mentor told you to go write down? Did you do it? Did you plug into that go live? Did you plug into a call? Y'all, we don't tell y'all to get on these calls for no reason. It's not that we're trying to preach it, y'all. I hate motivation. I promise y'all. I don't like motivation for one bit. I'm getting off track of what I want to say, but I promise I hate motivation for one bit. Because there's not no person out here that can motivate me to do what I want because it starts with me. It starts with me, and it's gonna start with you too. Nobody can tell you to go ahead. I'm rooting for you. They can root for them. They can root for you all you want. But if you don't do it, guess what? It ain't gonna happen. So get off your ass and start doing something. And I'm sorry if y'all think I'm high. Y'all just have passion in what I do. I promise y'all. Because y'all, we are in a position to where the person that brought us into this, they only put them in a position to go down to success. Because guess what? The person that brought me into this, he quit on me. But he put me in a position to win. So I kept going and I'm winning now. And I want y'all to do the same thing. Y'all people that brought you into this and they never gave up on you not one bit. But you still taking this as for granted. You still taking this like, okay, look, I'm gonna do it when I want to. I'm gonna hop in the trade maybe in the next trade that they send in. Okay, that's why you missing out on money. No, we're not going every trade, but guess what? The ones that we doing, it put money in your pocket, right? So take it because some people don't have this opportunity. Y'all, 15, 20 years ago, we couldn't even make money from our phones. We couldn't. So what makes you come into this and taking this for granted? Like it's not gonna work. You see it's working for people. So why it can't work for you? Let me know. Why it can't work for y'all? Because y'all gotta understand. There's a lot of people that's on this call. Y'all have everything that the next person wants. Y'all have just the mindset. Y'all have people that look up to y'all. A lot of people that was waiting for y'all to just come onto this platform just so they can get on. But what you gonna do when those people join you? You can't lead them down the right way if you don't know what you're doing. Am I right or am I wrong? So if you're not plugging into this, y'all, I promise y'all, you ain't gonna never see the success that you want. Yeah, everybody want to hit chairman, this and that. But what are you doing to get there? Are you waking up in the morning with that sense of urgency, like, okay, look, the next person I run into, they gotta hear this conversation come out of my mouth. Because this is what I talk about all day. I don't care who I'm talking to, I can talk about this all day. Because this is my life now. I'm not in the streets no more. I don't do that. Because at the end of the day, I know what's going on. I want to pour into people's lives positively. Because I'm getting tired of people that's coming to me when I was in school and in college. Yes, I finished college, but it was hard. Because I was choosing to go down the wrong path. But now every time someone from my college sees me, they say, "Oh, you have a grand boy? You got some money?" Like, no, I don't do that anymore. But I can definitely put you in a position to win now, if you want to win the right way. Because I'm tired of people doing that. And that's not my fault because I need to change that for myself. I made a bad name for myself. But nobody else can change that but me. No, I might not be able to change some of my past, but I know I can change some of it. The way people see me, they're gonna see me differently now. And the way people see you, they're gonna see you differently now. Oh, she has her own business, she's doing good for himself, he's doing good for himself. Like, y'all have to understand. I'm not saying that people y'all don't have to go by nothing that people have to judge y'all by at all. I'm not saying that y'all have to worry about people judging. They can say what they want about you. But at the end of the day, it's something that you did wrong or some little minor little adjustment that you have to make to get that bad taste out of somebody else's mouth. No, we are not perfect. That's a proven fact. But at the end of the day, y'all need to go and live your life in wholeness and wholesomeness. Because just like Liz said, I know that's why. I know that's why. That's why we want to be how we are, because we put God first. I come from a Christian background. My grandfather is a pastor. And that's why I didn't thrive in the streets, because I didn't belong there. I did not belong there. This is where I belong. Pouring into people's lives, giving them something that they can take and run with. This is my abilities now. People not seeing me in the wrong way anymore. I refuse. So you need to refuse. You need to make it your business from this day on to take this by the horns and run with it, because the person that brought you into the business, they just put you in a position to win. I don't care how much they help you. I don't care how much they not help you. If they not give you the mentorship, I'm gonna put my number in this chat. Y'all can call me whenever you want. But I know good and damn well everybody that has a leader on this call, we're doing what we're supposed to do, because we are hitting chairman this year. And I want that from everybody. Everybody. Because I know y'all can do it. Because if anybody else can do it, guess what? You can do it too. They bleed just like you bleed. So they might not think how you think, but guess what? You can think better than them. Think ahead of them. Because you got what it takes. Everybody has what it takes, but guess what? Some people, they're not gonna use their gift because they shy. Because they don't want to call nobody. They don't want to speak in front of nobody. They don't want to do a call. They don't want to. No, use what you have at your on your head, on your body. Use your body to bring this through, y'all. That's why God gave us 2 ears and 1 mouth, to listen more and speak less. You can ask everybody. I don't try to put myself in front of the forefront of nothing. If you need me, guess what? I'm gonna always be here. But guess what? I'm gonna leave from the background, because I want you to shine. I don't want to shine in this, because I brought you into this. Guess what? You're gonna get your shine on. I don't want any of it. But with this gratitude, I know it's gonna come, because I automatically put people before me, and that's what y'all have to do. I promise y'all, it's gonna pay off. But a lot of people, they understand, okay, whatever is going on in my life and whatever is going on right now, when problems, okay, what happens when life happens? You going forward or you gonna keep going? Let me know. What happens when life happens? Because y'all, I promise y'all, I'm sweating, I'm hot, sheesh. But y'all, I promise y'all, bro, like I'm not a fan of motivation at all. Y'all shouldn't have to get on the call to be motivated to do this. Y'all shouldn't. Because this is something that's gonna bring y'all to the next level. This is something, if you take it serious and take it to how you supposed to take it, y'all, and do the right thing with it and be a genuine person within this, is gonna come automatically. I promise y'all. If you come into this willing to take the information in and reciprocate that same information, you won't have a problem within this. Not one. Because y'all saw and y'all seeing exactly what's going on for you. You seeing exactly how far you can go within this. So y'all don't come into this and taking this lightly, y'all. Put God first, or whatever you believe in. Put it first, and please speak that those positive words in the morning, and you go about your day. Put your personal development in this, and y'all go about your day and y'all run with it. Because that personal development, I don't care who you listen to. Listen to some type of personal development in the morning, y'all. Read a Bible verse in the morning. Have those Bible verses come to your phone every morning. Because at the end of the day, y'all, it's gonna do a lot for y'all. I don't care how much you feel like it's not gonna help y'all, but it's gonna do a lot for y'all. Every morning I wake up, I make sure I try to listen to some type of personal development. I read my Bible verse every time it comes in. I give thanks as soon as I open my eyes. Like, I say thank you as soon as I open my eyes. You have to give gratitude to your life, because if you don't give gratitude to it, one thing that comes in, it's not gonna stay long. That success that comes in, if you're not grateful for it, it's not gonna stay long, yo. It's not. But I promise you, if you come into this and you see exactly the type of person that you're becoming, and you see the person that you really want to be, and you're working hard to get there, it's gonna come. But you just have to make sure that you take this and you run with it, and you take every opportunity that comes your way. If it's feasible for you and you think it's gonna help you, take it. Don't pass up any other opportunities, y'all. I almost passed up this opportunity for a week straight. The guy that brought me into this, his name was Greg Gusty, and in Southern Spain. I still talk to the guy to this day. But at the end of the day, y'all, when he brought me into this, I just knew that we was gonna see a lot of success together. But maybe it just wasn't for him. You're gonna have some people that's gonna come into this. Y'all gonna think, we're gonna see a lot of success together. But maybe it might just not be for them. Or it could be for them, but maybe they just don't want to put in the work that they had to do to see the success, you know. But if you guys definitely just stay down within this, you stand on all 10 toes, I promise y'all, you're gonna see the success that you want. I promise y'all. Hold on, y'all. Somebody trying to call me. My bad. But yeah, like y'all, I didn't mean to holler at y'all or anything like that, but I promise y'all, bro, it's just it's a lot of passion within this. If y'all don't feel that type of passion when y'all do this, man, whenever y'all speak this out of your mouths, there's something's wrong. We got to get y'all to this level because we don't want y'all to come into this and just take it lightly, because we see what it can do for y'all, because I promise y'all, if you knew what I knew, guess what? You do what I do, but guess what I'm trying to do, y'all? Oh, I got 25. But guess what I want to do, y'all? I want to help y'all know what I know. I want to help y'all, get to where we are. But we can't help y'all if y'all not willing to put in that work behind it. Like it's times where, okay, we're gonna call y'all, we asking y'all if y'all plugging in, what y'all doing. But what about those times we're not calling y'all? What about those times when you're not calling your people to check up on them? Like everybody in life, they know that accountability is gonna be key because every day, you have someone that's relying on you to do something. That's accountability. So if you don't have accountability within your life, y'all, change that. Hold yourself accountable to things for yourself, your self goals, your self development, your self love. Hold yourself accountable to that because nobody else can do that for y'all. There's some things that some people can't do for us, but there's a lot of things that a lot of people can't help us achieve, and they can help us do. But you have to be willing to want that. It's not going to come automatically. Like the biggest and the best ideas come to those out who go out and search for it. But if you're not searching for the best ideas for yourself, what's going to help you within this platform, is going to help your team, your family, like it's not going to come to y'all. But you have to go out there and search for it. You have to be different, be authentic. Don't try to. I mean, it's good. It's good to see what other people do. Don't get me wrong. It's good to see what other people do, but don't do exactly what they do. Do it better because you can do it. You have to do it better. Now, everybody probably always like, I want to be like him. I want to be like her when I get older. No, never aspire to be like no one. Aspire to be better than them because you can do it. And that's why I wake up every morning knowing that, okay, I know it's somebody out there going harder than me. But I know if I get that a little bit more discipline every day, at least 1% every day, a little bit more discipline, guess what? I'll eventually outwork them, right? So that's what you have to wake up every morning and want to do. Want to outrank your mentor. Want to outwork your mentor. Want to outwork yourself. Because I promise y'all, is everything starts with you. Like everything, it starts with you, y'all. What you put on in the morning, it starts with you. The decision to brush your teeth, and guess what? It starts with you. The decision to eat, it starts with you. I didn't even eat today because I didn't accomplish anything today yet. Well, I didn't accomplish what I wanted today yet. If it doesn't happen today, cool. I'll feed myself at midnight and wake up again because that's just how I do it. And like, I'm not gonna eat until I accomplish things within my life, y'all. Like, that's how I live my day-to-day goals. Like, I make sure every day that I wake up, if I don't have some type of goal set, I need to set at least one minor goal and to go accomplish that. When you wake up in the morning, make your bed. That's the first goal. That's your first accomplishment in the morning, y'all. Just making your bed. Because guess what? I don't know if it's just me or what, but when you make your bed, it make your whole room look clean. It makes everything look clean. But at the end of the day, y'all, you need to have a clean work environment because a cluttered environment is a cluttered mindset. You can't think because you think like, okay, look, I got something out of place over there. I need to fix that in the morning. And whole time you trying to write down your legs or your back office and stuff, and you can't even think about it because you're looking at a dirty room. Y'all got to think about that, man. But like I said, y'all, I mean, I love everybody, man. I really love y'all. Like, I don't care if I never met y'all, but you know, I promise y'all, like, I'm just a loving person. I don't know if it's just me, like, whenever I see like anybody, I'm gonna give y'all a hug in some form or fashion. You're gonna receive a hug from me. But I can't say that about everybody. But at the end of the day, y'all, it's about the energy that you give off. Because everybody feeds off of energy. Y'all might feel like, oh, I don't trust this person whenever they come around you because it's bad energy. right? And believe it or not, people can feel that same way about you. But like I said in the beginning, it's the little small things, y'all, that we have to fix. I'm not saying we have to go out and live a perfect life for nobody, but fix those little small things for yourself and watch how much of a person that you become at the end of the day. Watch how better watch how better of a leader that you become. Watch how better you come at any little weakness that you may have had. I promise y'all, it's gonna happen. But it can't happen until what? It starts with you, right? So y'all always remember everything that you everything that you wake up and do, everything that you think about, it starts with y'all. So if you're thinking a negative thought, hurry up and rewind that, think over, and think the right thought, okay? Because whenever you thinking left, guess what? The whole day is gonna go left. You thinking, okay, I might not have a good day today. I woke up on the wrong side of the bed. You only woke up on the wrong side of the bed because you thought you woke up on the wrong side of the bed. Promise you. That's all it is. That's all it is. Because it's all about perspective, y'all. Like you'll be out here, walking in the rain, and you think like, oh man, why I gotta wait? I'm trying to run through the rain, I'm trying to rush through the rain. Y'all, maybe you had to get cleaned off from some type of bad energy that you had. Think about that. Other people think about the rain, okay, shoot, it's washing my truck. Okay, it's washing my car. Other people think about the rain, oh, it's dirty in my vehicle, it's doing this and doing that. Yeah, think about that, right? So it's all about perspective. Everybody has different perspective on everything. I don't care what it is. You might think something is damn right to do, but somebody else might think it's not the right thing. But it's all about you. Y'all follow your own heart because nobody can tell you what's different and what's wrong or what's bad for you. You have to experience that for yourself. You have to make that mistake if it is wrong. All right. Nobody else can make that mistake for you. I mean, you can learn from other people's mistakes, but they can make your mistakes for you. So first, you learn from your mistakes first. But guess what? A wise man always learns from another person's mistake. So if they make that mistake before you can learn from that before you go out and try to make that same mistake. You can avoid that mistake. Like, don't even you don't have to touch it. But it all starts with y'all. All right. So I mean, that's pretty much what I have for y'all, man. I really didn't. I mean, go over the notes that I had for y'all. I mean, I usually don't write notes for cause. I guess that's probably why I didn't do it. But I'm gonna drop my Instagram and stuff and my phone number for y'all in this chat. And if y'all need help, man, or anything, y'all call on me. I have everything for y'all. I mean, whatever you need, I'm gonna do my best to answer it. But if I can't answer it, someone else will be able to. And if you're in my personal business within this call, like y'all within my personal family, I'm sorry. Like I promise y'all, everybody on this call is in my prison, is within my personal family. That's how I see it. Because I don't mind helping the next person. I don't care if you come from Zimbabwe or Kumbaya. I'm gonna help you. All right. So y'all make sure I utilize, my Instagram, my number. I love y'all, and we're gonna make sure that we reach the top together. You know, we all have different goals. We all have everything we want to do, but we all need help as well, right? So don't think that you can come through this and do it by yourself because you can't. I tried it; it didn't work. So I love y'all. I don't think Rose wants me to pass it back to her or what, but let's just make it happen. I'm glad that I was able to pour into y'all, and let's just make this call, make the rest of our life from this day, y'all, from this day, make the rest of your life the best of your life. All right, let's make it happen.